Today's video, I don't actually know what today's video is going to be about, to be honest with you, but the plan, I suppose, there is a little bit of a plan. The plan is I'm going to the opening of my barber Gordon. He's opened up his new barber shop in Dunstable called Emperor. He wanted me to get some nice cars over there, so I'm going to take the McLaren and the GTR. So I'm currently in the S-Class and I'm on my way to go and pick up the GTR. So thank you, sir. That's something that's definitely happening later on today. I'm also going to work today, so if I buy anything interesting, that will be in this video as well. If I don't buy anything interesting, I won't even bother with it. Cold start on a GTR, yeah, listen to this. Now, let's just, that's better, turn that down. I don't use this car a lot at all. I think the last time I used it was when I went to the MSRT day with Lenny and GTI James. But yeah, other than that, I don't really use it at all. I would normally just get it out to go to like an event of some kind, again like that MSRT event or a car show. But this time of year there ain't really loads going on, so I will rarely use it throughout the winter. I should really sell it, shouldn't I? Should I sell it? Maybe. Is it replaceable? That's the question. The answer to that question, I think, is definitely not replaceable. But anyway, that's another subject for another day. So I'll let it get warm. But obviously today, the reason why I got it out is because I'm going to Gordon's shop later. He wanted some nice cars there. The first choice of car for me is always going to be my GTR. So I'll get it warm and we'll get on the road. You can literally see my breath. It's getting cold. Winter's definitely here now. That's it, the engine's warm now. Oh, every time you get into this car, it shocks you. Like, I always say, I wish I could put every single person that sees this car in the driver's seat of it, because it's just an absolute toy. It just takes off, literally. You put your foot down and it just wants to bloody go. But I've been driving that S-Class for the past couple of weeks or a few days, or pretty much solid for quite a long time, and it's got some power, don't get me wrong, it does pull very well for a big old diesel, but you just forget how much a car can perform, and you're reminded as soon as you get in the driver's seat of this, it's shocking. It is just lethal. Now, I've owned this car for almost 2 years now. Got it in December 2016, so we're nearly, where are we at now? November 2018. So it's literally almost 2 years to the day. And I've said it plenty of times before. To those that are new to my channel, you won't know too much about this car, but I am not really, I am a Jack person. I'm just not a massive, no, that's wrong. I am a huge Jack fan. Before this I had a Mitsubishi Evo. I love German cars though. I love the quality of a German car. I love the finish of a German car, and I suppose there's an element of I like having a brand. I loved having a Porsche key on my key ring. That was nice. It's just, I love German brands, and getting a Nissan was just not, I wouldn't say it's not me, it's just given a choice. I'd rather have something like an Audi R8 or a BMW M3 or something like that, which sounds weird, really odd, but when you actually own one of these cars, they just put a stamp on your life, and it really is like nothing I've ever driven. Honestly, there is nothing else like this car. They are so like They're so unique. Yeah, it is a bloody Nissan. I've done that video saying, yeah, it's just a bloody Nissan. But it's such a different car. And when I said earlier, is this car replaceable? If I was ever to sell this car, I wouldn't aim to replace it. It's not replaceable. You can't replace a GTR. There is literally nothing like it. I think if I was ever to sell this car, I would sell it and aim to replace it with something that's a bit more usable as a daily car. Something with 4 doors, something with a bit better on fuel, that's lower maintenance. Like, this car has to be serviced every 6 months. It's quite a high maintenance car, and that's regardless of how many miles you do. You've got to keep up with this maintenance schedule, because I suppose, one, because it is a 660 brake horsepower engine and you want to keep the oil and everything well maintained under the bonnet, but two, it retains the value of the car, because anyone looking to buy one of these cars on the day that I come to selling it will want one that's been highly maintained, will want one that's got a good service history and that has been serviced every 6 months of its life. And this car, it's nearly 10 years old now, and the service history is phenomenal. It's been serviced literally every 6 months for its whole life. So it's probably 10 years old. It must have 20 service stamps in the service book. So that is the reality of owning a GTR. But like I say, if I was ever to sell this car and replace it, I couldn't replace it. There is nothing that would replace it. But what I would look to do is get something that's a bit more daily. So I would combine like the S-Class at the minute. That is my daily at the minute, although that might be gone very soon. I would combine the S-Class and the power of the GTR into something that makes one, but who knows? That's just, I'm not saying I'm going to do that anyway. That's just, if I was to change it, that's what I would do. So right now I'm on the Chalk Hill in Dunstable. If you've never been to Dunstable, you won't have a clue where that is, but I'm on my way into my shop in Dunstable, go do a few bits, and like I say, we're going to go and see Gordon's new shop later. And if I do buy anything interesting today, I'll show you that as well, alright? Job done. I didn't buy anything too exciting today, so it's not going to make it on the channel. But do you know what? I'll show you what I bought. It was a Mercedes SLK, okay, an old 2004. Nothing too exciting, but it gives you an example of the sort of stuff that I do actually buy. The cars that you see on the channel are obviously the nicer stuff. I don't generally show off all of the other stuff, but do you know what? I will be. I'm proud to say that I literally buy anything. Any car, I'm open to buying anything. This SLK is a great example of something that I will buy. It's a convertible, we're in the winter, it's got loads of rust on it, but I'll literally buy anything. So just bear that in mind if you want to sell anything. Don't think, oh, you won't buy it because it's got no engine or it needs restoration or whatever. I'll literally buy anything, alright? So the SLK, like I say, it's a fine example of that. Moving on from that, what else did I want to talk about today? The channel. This Diary of a Car Trader thing, people are clearly liking it. My channel's grown more in the past month than it has ever, which is exciting for me. So it's growing at a better pace now than it ever has done. I don't know why I didn't just do this a long time ago. It was the obvious thing to do, but it was always the plan. I remember coming up with the idea of Calvin's Car Diary. It ain't like the greatest idea in the world, is it? Let's face it, Calvin's Car Diary. It's just a simple saying, a simple name, but it's literally, it is exactly that, I suppose. It's Calvin's Car Diary, and I always wanted it to be about the cars that I have, but I just never really made it about my daily life. And then I started thinking about people like, I don't know, Mike Brewer. If I've got a younger audience, some of you might not know Mike Brewer, but growing up I used to watch him a lot on telly, and he used to buy cars, do them up, and then sell them for a profit. And it's quite a cool thing. Wheeler Dealers, the program was called. So I've met Mike. He's a bloody wonderful guy, really good guy. Still does a bit on telly now. So
it's kind of, that's my life, you know. It's not even it's not a made up thing, that's what I do. So I always thought that, or I recently thought this would be a good idea, and it's proven to go really well. So I'm well happy with how it's going. So thanks to everyone for sort of getting on board, liking and stuff, and sort of joining me on the journey. Moving on from that, that's it. There is nothing else to move on to. I've had the GTR cleaned. I'm going to go meet Leon now, and like I said, I said if I bought anything interesting today, I'd get it on the channel. The most interesting thing that I crossed paths with today was this SLK, which is interesting. I think it's definitely a good talking point, and I've done that. I've had the GTR cleaned. I'm going to go meet Leon now. He's in the McLaren, and we're going to go and check out Gordon's new shop. There's a pool table there. There's food and drink there. Apparently he's got a DJ there, so it's going to be quite cool. So we'll go get some shots of that to end the video, yeah? That's it, Leon's now arrived, and he's behind in the McLaren, I'm obviously in the GTR, and we're heading back to Dunstable now to go and see Gordon's new shop, right? So job done, another little day in my life. Barber. So Gordon has been cutting my hair for a long time now, and he's basically set up on his own. He's got this, took on his shop, done an amazing job of it, you can see that. So I love seeing anyone crack on and do things, and when you do something, sit down mate, doing anything to a decent standard like that, I'll rate anyone that does that. So you still the quality of the place, it's unbelievable. And that's basically everything covered. We've done a bit of GTR talk, there's an MSRT Transit there, and I can't show you because it's one camera thing, but yeah, I've had a bloody good day. What else have we talked about today? Cars, we've talked about cars, didn't we? I bought that SLK today. Literally, like, that stuff strangely excites me. Old bangers like that, I do love. I don't know what it is, I love a car that's good value for money, which is a great, which is one of the main reasons even that I love Nissan GTRs. There's not a better car for the money. So I am all about value for money cars. That sounds really strange, but going out and spending a fortune on the best thing on the road and buying it brand new, it's just not me. That's not the sort of thing I would do. But in my business, it's helped me sort of, I'm kind of drawn to that type of car, which is good. It's strange, but it's good. I say that, and I've got the McLaren behind me. So yeah, going forward with the channel, like obviously this Diary of a Car Trader thing's going really well, and I suppose what I want to say is, do you want to see more? I'm guessing you do, because like I said, the channel's going very well. We've gone dark now. I hate when it does that. It's brightened up a little bit. Yeah, the channel's going really well, so it's clearly working. But maybe let me know what sort of cars you want to see, because I have got a lot of cars like in and out of my hands.
and like I said, you only really see the decent ones or the high-end ones like Golf Rs and GTR, whatever else. So if there's anything you particularly want to see, if you've seen anything like at the storage yard or on my Instagram or whatever, just let me know. Or if there's any sort of angle you want me to take, just let me know. Ultimately, this channel's about giving you lot content, so if there's anything you want to see more of, do let me know in the comments. All right, I'm done now. It's 4 o'clock. I'm going to get home. I've got stuff to do at home now as well, probably a bit of editing. I'll squeeze that in at some point. But I hope you liked the video. If you did, obviously hit like, and if you're new, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader. All right, bye. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, I meet up with my friend Ricky, and I give him the keys to the Civic.